Talk to a dozen Burris owners and likely a dozen will tell you that the reason they use a Burriscope is because Burriscopes are so bright, so clear. Burriscopes are so bright and clear because Burris knows what it takes comprehensively to deliver that high level of performance to the human eye. It takes more than just great lens coatings. So we'll take you through the whole story. Now, there are two main factors that determine how the human eye perceives an image through a scope: light transmission and image quality. Over the last few years, other scope companies have made a lot of noise about the light transmission capabilities of their Riflescopes, some claiming 82%, some 92%, or even 94%, or even 95%. Numbers are also thrown around about 98% or 99.5% or 99.65% transmission per lens surface, making things really all the more confusing for the customer. The most prevalent topic today is called theoretical light transmission. Theoretical light transmission, as it is commonly marketed today, is determined by only one variable, which is lens coating. So let's talk about lens coatings. Burris set the pace over 25 years ago with the finest chemistry of multi-coatings to yield 99.5% light transmission per lens surface. This figure has only been improved upon in the last 20 years by increasing this number to only 99.65%, hardly significant. To calculate the theoretical light transmission of a scope, you simply take the number of lens surfaces. A typical 3 to 9 has 5 lenses or 10 lens surfaces, and multiply 99.5% 10 times, which equals 95.1%. Competitively, this is only significant when comparing to a scope which does not have a broadband multicoat, such as inexpensive imports and even some moderately priced, highly popular scopes. Instead, some of those scopes have all or most lenses featuring only a single coating of magnesium fluoride. Now, a single coating of magnesium fluoride provides only 98% light transmission per lens surface, so a typical 3 to 9 would yield 82%. That's enough of a difference to see a difference. But there are many other factors in determining light transmission. Glass type must be considered. All glass absorbs a small amount of light. Different glass types absorb more light than do others. Burris selects glass types very, very low in absorption factor. The purity of the glass is so important. Due to the melting and cooling process, all glass is imperfect, having inclusions or small bubbles inside the glass. Inclusions scatter light that otherwise should be transmitted right to the eye. Burris uses very high grades of glass with minimal inclusions. The higher grades of glass result in a single lens in a Burris scope, costing more than some other complete Riflescopes. The quality of the lens surface affects light transmission. All glass lenses are ground and polished to different quality polishing and handling processes. Every lens has scratches and digs on the surface. 100% inspection divides the lenses into different quality grades. Burris has some of the highest quality specifications, exceeding even far more expensive scope brands. Besides light transmission, there are several other factors influencing image quality. One is lens shape. All glass lenses are ground and polished to different radii and concentricity tolerances. The tolerances are measured in units called Newton light rings, which are 1/10,000,000ths of an inch. The more accurate and consistent the lens surface is, the more accurate and detailed the image quality is. The more accurate and detailed the image, the brighter the human eye perceives the image because it can see it better. Tighter tolerances, of course, cost more, and Burris has the most stringent tolerance requirements of any scope we know of, and in fact, 30 to 75% more stringent than one of our higher-priced leading competitors. Next up, lens system design, or the number of lenses in a scope that influences image quality. If one was to focus only on lens coatings to determine light transmission, and therefore scope brightness, we could design a scope with only 1 or 2 lenses and achieve 99 or 99.5% light transmission. However, in doing so, the image quality would be horrible. Some of the highest image quality and perceived brightness scopes have 6 or 7 or even 8 lenses, depending on the size and magnification and image quality desired. By lens coatings only, One might conclude that a 7-lens system would be less bright than a 5-lens system. And it could be, unless designed properly, light managed properly, and quality lenses are utilized. Done properly, additional lens elements increase resolution, perceived brightness, flatten the field of view, and deliver more true-to-life color, as is found in Burris Signature Series and Black Diamond scopes. Now obviously, lens cleanliness is very critical. Just as scratches, digs, and bubbles on or in each lens affects image quality, so does the cleanliness of each lens surface. Dust, oils, residues, and fingerprints will all degrade image quality. That's why lens cleanliness is inspected no less than 8 times during the scope building process at Burris. Likewise, it's important that the shooter maintain the cleanliness of the 2 external lens surfaces to obtain the maximum performance from a riflescope. Now, stray light has to be managed properly for optimum image quality. It's important to realize that much more light enters a scope than just the light which comprises the field of view. This light is called stray light, which conflicts with image light and in some cases can result in a washed out or a hazy-looking image, even though the light transmission percentage may be high. Burris scope designers focus on allowing every photon of image light to reach the eye, and as little as possible of the stray light to reach the eye by using stray light stops and special surface treatments to eliminate the glare and produce the highest quality image obtainable. Now in summary, there are lots of brand choices in the riflescope industry and lots of price levels. It's difficult for consumers to differentiate between brands other than through the limited information provided by each brand and by looking through and comparing scopes. Because Burris does understand, design, pay for, and execute the details necessary to deliver outstanding optics, we highly encourage critical side-by-side comparisons with any and all other brands. Thanks for staying with us, and thank you in advance for your trust in Burris products and for your business.